What's up guys, Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we are doing part 4 of our legendary walkthrough of Halo 2. So start up this mission. This is the Arbiter, the first mission you ever play as anybody other than the Master Chief. Jump down here, exchange your plasma rifle for this guy's beam rifle. He'll just let you have it. He's just standing there. I can see into his head. It's very strange. A little clipping going on there. Anyway, we're just waiting for this door to open. Here we go. And we gotta wait for this door to open too. There's a little bit of dialogue, so you'll have to stand here for a little bit. But we're just going to run past this first section. So you want to activate your camo as soon as you walk into the room. So you'll see this door open, and then I'll just step in, hit my camo, and then we'll just run through. So you're gonna want to follow the path I take. It's gonna happen very shortly, I promise. Gotta get through this dialogue. Maybe should have cut this part out. They turn your friendlies there, turn active camo. And then the door opens shortly after that. I swear, it's gonna happen. Open the door. You don't need this in the video. Okay, we hit the camo. We're gonna go jump on this crate, jump up here, and then fall down the right side of this hole, go along this conveyor belt, then cut diagonally to the middle one when you see that grunt jump across, and just follow this path all the way down, and then just go to the left. Drop down to the left or right. You don't want to drop straight down because that's a hole there, so you want to make sure you jump off to the left or right. Just walk down, you don't need to jump. And then go straight back here to make sure that no enemies spawn in. There might be 4 grunts that spawn in there, and possibly an elite if you don't get there in time. So if they do spawn in, just sword them all to death, and then we're going to go back and grab this carbine, which I just did, and hit that elevator control. Now we are dropping down. We are going to look to the right and left. There is an elite on either the left or the right. So we're just going to go identify where he is and then assassinate him. So we see he's on the left in this instance. Totally random where he appears. We're going to activate our camo as soon as we're able to drop off the lift, and we're just going to walk behind him and assassinate him, and then we're going to go hide behind the elevator shaft that we just came down. And up there is always a sentinel, and we'll just let him go on his merry way and then shoot him from below. And if you look out over the Seraph, over the middle of the map there, there's often a sentinel as well, so you can take him out. And then we want to take out 3 grunts, and that was pretty lucky. They all spawned pretty much in my targeting reticle. They all kind of poured out at the same time, so it was easy to kill those guys. But they kind of split their spawns between the left door and the right door. So we were looking at the left one. Fortunately, they all spawned there for the most part. So now all the enemies are retreating. There's going to be 2 elites that retreat, and you can see they're here right now. That's pretty easy to take out. Normally they hide a lot better than that, so I'll just show you how you could get them to move out of their positions. So they're going to be in the upper left or upper right part of the map, and if you move to the right, they'll go to the right. If you move to the left, they'll follow you to the left. So even though you're all the way back at the elevator, move to the right side of the elevator, they'll move that corner as well on the opposite side of the map. So you can get them to kind of move and expose themselves, and you'll be able to snipe them. If you're not comfortable sniping, you could either noob combo them, or you could come up behind them with your camo and assassinate them, or stick them like that. So a very easy way to take that guy out. And there are a ton of plasma pistols on this map for the noob combo. There's one right there. There are 7 in all, which is ridiculous. There are so many fully charged plasma pistols. One right there, that's the second one. Third one right there. We're going to go over here. We're not going to jump up there. But there is a 4th one over here anyway, I got to show you. Right there. And then there's 3 up on top as well. There's the one I picked up. There's this one right here. There is that one under that elite's boot, kind of hidden there, but it's there, don't worry about it. And then there's this one that I exchanged my beam rifle for, just to get the noob combo. So I already grabbed that one. And then there's a fully charged beam rifle right here in the middle of the map. So I'm going to grab that. I'm just going to juggle them over here. And so this next section, I'm going to hit that console, and then I'm going to take out all these 5 sentinels, and then I'm going to go here on this ramp and look at these 2 doors, because there are going to be grunts that spawn either on that side of the map or from this side of the map in these 2 doors. So there's going to be 3 grunts, and first we're going to take out the sentinels, though. I just want to make sure you guys are aware of what we're doing, because it's going to happen fairly quickly. Hit that control console. There's going to be 5 sentinels that come out. We're kind of going to dip out of the map here. We have some good cover. And just snipe these 5 sentinels. And you get some help from your phantom buddy that comes in as well. And once we do that, we're going to go up on this ramp like I mentioned and look at those 2 doorways on the opposite side. They could spawn in behind you, but they're always going to shoot the Phantom. They're not going to shoot you. So we could see 1 spawned on one side, or 2 spawned on the other side of the map, and 1 spawned over here. So he didn't even try to shoot at us. He was just shooting at the Phantom again. So then there will be people that spawn out of that doorway and the same doorway on the opposite side. That was kind of risky. You don't really need to do that. I was just trying to be a badass or something. I don't know. But don't do that. Just kind of take your time. I am trying to get my teammates to die at this point because you don't want them to follow you after you're done with this room. So I do want them to die. So you'll see me just kind of allow them to die in a little bit. Well, there's one right there, so that's good. This area, this is the last wave of enemies for the most part. I'm just waiting for this grunt to die. And a way to get him to kind of expose himself is to go to the other side of the room. And a way to safely do that is to cloak yourself. Unfortunately, he cloaked himself. But I'm just going to cloak myself in a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to run to the other side so he follows me. He gets shot and killed, so we're good now. So I'm using the noob combo here. So that's overcharged plasma pistol, and that locks onto an elite. It destroys the shields entirely, and then you just switch to a headshot weapon, the carbine in this case, and finish them off. Very quick and efficient way to take out elites. And we're just going to take our time. And we're going to shoot some grunts. There's some grunts down below. I like to come in back here because they don't really have a good visual on you. And you can see I'm backing up a little bit because I don't know if the grunts have spawned in. They either spawn in from that door or the same door on the opposite side. It looks like they've all already spawned in though and jumped down. So we're just going to kind of go around this area and use your radar for sure. You can see they're all running around below me. And you can see there's 2 grunts on 2 turrets there, but they can't turn around and shoot you, so they just kind of sit there. So I'll just allow them to exist there for a little bit. You could kill them if you want, but I'm kind of focusing on the elites and the stray grunts at this point. So noob combo this guy. Whenever you noob combo somebody, it's good because it stuns them, even the sword elite. So you can see he was charging me, and then I blasted him with that overcharge, and then I was able to slow his progress and then switch to my carbine and shoot him in the face. These guys, look at this guy. He's not even moving. I'm just going to shoot him in the head. I would probably get off if all that carnage just happened around me while I was standing there on that turret. But anyway, we're going to grab a fresh plasma pistol, one right here, one of the 7, and we have full carbine. And we're going to run here and just stand in front of this first pillar here. And we're going to wait here until the you can see the enemy contacts on my radar. Once the first one touches my the central circle in my radar, I will go right there and hit camo. So I'm cloaked, and I will run past those 3 and assassinate this 4th enemy. And then we're going to stand on the right side of this doorway. Don't peek your head in yet. We're going to regain our cloaking. You get a checkpoint there usually. Cloak yourself and go up this ramp halfway and then jump up here. And then just kind of crouch in the middle here and hide for a second while your cloak regenerates again. We're just going to try to leapfrog these enemies for a little bit. We got the cloak again. Jump down here, go on this conveyor belt, and you get a checkpoint here usually as well. And this despawns all the enemies that would normally be reinforcements in this area. Probably. It works like 95% of the time. And click yourself one more time, and we're going to come over here, and a carbine elite is actually going to follow you over here, and we're going to fight the enemies that are in here, but there will be no more reinforcements. Normally there's a bunch more elites and grunts that come into this section, but by doing what we just did, you don't have to deal with nearly as many enemies. So we're just going to safely take them out from over here. They don't really charge your position too much, so that's the good news. Then there's 3 grunts, and there will be 4 elites you have to take out. So we're going to just move over here. There's more plasma pistol ammo up here by this crate in front of me, if you need that. And we're just going to slowly take these guys out. Obviously, the grunts you could just finish off with a quick headshot. The elites we're just going to noob combo from up here. You could go back towards the other section where I started killing these guys from, if you would like. I like to stay up here, though. It gives you a little bit of an advantage. Have the high ground. Ask Anakin about the high ground. Didn't work out for him because he didn't have it. But anyway, you want to try to avoid the exit, the door behind me. You want to try to steer clear of that because we don't want to alert the enemies that are in the next section, or else these next strats won't work because they'll already be alert to your position and everything. So yeah, we're just waiting here. We're waiting for me to finish these guys off here. And you don't want to proceed. I don't know if I said this yet or not, but you don't want to proceed without killing all these guys because they'll just follow you and alert all the enemies, which would not work out for you very well. So we've finished off everybody in the room here. I'm just kind of double checking to make sure nobody's walking around. We're going to go into this next section, and then we're going to go to this area, wait for the elite to move past you a little bit. On your radar you can see them moving. Assassinate this guy, and then assassinate these two grunts. They should remain sleeping because we haven't alerted anybody in this area yet to our presence. We're going to go over here. Just wait for a little bit for that red contact to start moving away. That means he's walking in the other direction with his back to you. Assassinate him. And then up here, after that second elite we just assassinated, we are going to hide behind this pillar on the right side as we approach it. And a grunt will walk up to it, but he won't go past it. He'll turn around. You could assassinate him. And then we could cloak ourselves in a little bit and go get this other grunt who's walking around. Assassinate him. These two grunts should remain asleep. And I always look to the left there because if you rush through here, an elite spawns there. But since we didn't wake anybody up, there should be no elite there. I just always keep an eye over there. We could go over here. Sometimes these grunts wake up even though you haven't alerted anybody. So fortunately they didn't do that here. But if they did, just headshot them with a carbine. We're kind of done sneaking around here. We're going to make some noise in a little bit. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but there's going to be a sentinel that comes over to this area. There he is. I totally miss him with the plasma pistol. An overcharged plasma pistol burst will kill a sentinel in one shot, so that's great. That's a good strategy to use for those guys. And then you could see that I missed with that, so I just switched to my carbine, and the carbine is another really good weapon to fight the sentinels with. It takes like 3 or 4 shots only, and you can fire the carbine real quick. So now we have a couple elites that are onto us. They know we're in the area. You can see they're firing through the doorway. Just wait it out. It'll last like 5-10 seconds or something, but then oh, it's done. Alright, so we're gonna pop our head out and try to noob combo them. You could also just cloak yourself, walk up, give them the old stick right there. There might be some more sentinels coming your way. There's not too many. There might be 2 or 3 in this section. The elites are usually up on top, but this one has jumped down since I stuck his buddy. He dove out of the way, and he's on the ground now. Just stick him through that. Obviously he won't always be lined up nicely like that, but just cloak yourself, go up behind him and assassinate him, or stick him again, or what have you. There's plenty of nades from all these guys you're killing on the ground here. And then there's going to be some grunts down low, so just kind of hang back here. They're all going to be very inquisitive about what the big fuss was about, so they'll just walk over here. And now we could just take our time, refuel your guns and everything, hop up here, and we're going to take it slow. A little too slow perhaps, but again, further up is the same story. There's going to be elites up on top and grunts down low, so be aware of that. Be ready. I'm just checking the bottom. I don't want to get ambushed from the side by grunts. And got that guy. Tough to tell that I got him, but I did get him with that noob combo. I didn't have myself cloaked, so I put myself at unnecessary risk. But now the grunt's onto me, so I'm just going to find his head and shoot it. And now this guy's trying to get me. He's got a sentinel beam. He's trying to be a sentinel. He's an elite though, so we're gonna kill him. We would have killed him whatever weapon he had though. We all know that. But looks like we're pretty much done. There should be one more grunt down here. There he is. And making a big show of being awful and being cautious, really. Being cautious almost just got me killed there. Should have just been super aggressive and jumped out and shot him in the head, like I usually do. But we're taking it slow. There's a fully charged plasma pistol down on the ground there where I just humped. This section is very easy to do, so just go through here, follow this path. When you get to the second pillar, cloak and go to the right. And then go behind this second elite, assassinate the second one, and then go and assassinate the first one you passed. And then just turn around with a 180, and there's 3 grunts. Just shoot them in the head real quick. Bam. If you're not that great at shooting, you could always just go in the retreat back to the room, the hallway-esque room you were in, and shoot the grunts from there. For this section, I like to go up here, There's the Heretic Elite who's saying some dialogue over there, and randomly the right or the left side will spawn in these enemies. So if you're on this side, if you're on the side that spawns the enemies in, you can wait for the grunts to pass and then cloak yourself and go in here, and the elites will pass you. They saw me at the last second, but that's alright, we're already gone, and go in the Banshee. So if you happen to have the grunts spawn on the opposite side of the map you're on, or the room you're in, whatever, just back up and shoot them with a headshot. And if you do so quickly enough, you could kind of get into this doorway and then cloak yourself and have the elites run past you, kind of like we did when we just had the grunts walk right by us. So there's a couple different ways to tackle that. And you could always just noob combo the elites as well. That's an option. We got the noob. Get in this Banshee. Don't get splattered by your Phantom. I don't know if he could splatter you, but he could definitely heavily damage your Banshee if you crash into him at the wrong time while he's boosting backwards. But just follow this path. You don't have to do any of this huge, really long section with the Banshee battles. Just take this path I just took. It's very easy. Land your Banshee up here, and then we're going to go to the edge and then cloak ourselves, and then we're just going to drop down into the room. You can see the waypoint is telling us to go here. We've gone there, we've gone through the doorway, and that is the end of that level, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Click like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Follow me on Twitter at HaloCompletion and on Twitch and Mixer at HaloCompletionist, and subscribe to my podcast called HaloConversationalists, and I'll see you guys later for more Halo achievements.